Hello and welcome back to Wargaming with me, Gary. Now I've finished another group of Savage Orcs from Black Tree Design, which I was very pleased with. And I thought what I'd do is I'd separate the two videos because I'm going to go on to shortly the figures that I'm going to be painting next. So, and I've actually, as far as that part of the project, that part of the project was to finish all the orcs that I had bought, both from Black Tree and from Renegade. So as far as the Black Tree orcs are concerned, they are all painted, and I will, when I finish these, so that'll be the whole project, I'm going to get all the orcs out and do a kind of, if you like, trooping the orcs. Trooping the orcs. But you know what I mean, so trooping the colour, or trooping the colours. To do it for the orcs and have them all lined up on my... I've got a rather wicked scenery mat, you know, like, it's a sandy coloured one, which I got purposely because of, because a lot of the wargaming I'm going to do is going to be on Mesopotamia based, so Sumer, Akkad, Assyria, Babylonia, that type of thing, a bit of Egypt. So it's going to be very much based on that. So I thought I'd get a sandy based one. And I'm also going to do, when I finish this part of the project, the next thing I'm going to do, before I start painting the next batch of figures, I'm going to do a tiny little bit of scenery making. I'm going to do some sand dunes for the desert, of course. And that'll be an opportunity just for me to learn how to do these bits and pieces. So I will be going on to people who make scenery, especially anyone who's made sand dunes, just to have a go and see how it turns out. So that's the plan. But getting back to the figures that I'm working on now, so I've done all the Black Tree figures. I've got some Warlord figures left, Egyptians, and I've also got some Renegade. So let's just bring this down. Now, I've got them quite splayed out, so I might have to do this type of thing where I move it from side to side. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll start with... Now, what I generally do, I generally pick a unit or a regiment and finish that unit, yeah? So I'll paint all of the unit at the same time. But now I did mention this in my last video, and I did say it's no insult meant to or disrespect meant to Black Tree, but these figures, I would say I love Black Tree figures, and I'm going to be getting a lot more. So I must. That clearly shows how much I like them. But that doesn't say that I don't recognise when there are other more intricately designed figures, and Renegade would be one of those. So if I just bring this forward, if you look at this chap, if I can get my hand out of the way, there is, if you just look at on his belt, he's got so much stuff hanging off his belt. The standard has got loads of bits and pieces. I mean, there is nothing there which doesn't take a bit of thought. So rather than separating these into, rather than trying to separate these into units, which I thought might take me just too long and I might just lose the will to live, which I've said many times before now, I thought what I do is they all seem to come in pairs. So now I've got two chiefs, I've got two drummers, come back over here a minute, and two standard bearers, and then there's two different types of crossbowmen, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of crossbowmen, and I've got 2 of each, 4 big bosses, and I've got 2 of each, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we get the gist, yeah, or the gist. So what I've done is I've separated them all into twos. Now what I will do, the same as I do with the project, in as much will still be this. So I'm going on these, all of the orcs that you can see here, I'm going to paint the base colour for their trousers. Yeah. Then all of these are going to get put away apart from the two standard bearers, and I'm going to paint them to completion. Alright. I should mention also Warlord Games Egyptians, which I think are very nice. On them I'm going to do, I'll probably do the backs of the shields which need washing, or the front of the shields. I haven't decided yet, but I'll pick out something on the Egyptians to get the base coat down on. Probably the front of the shields, having said that. Get the front of the shields based. Yeah. And then that'll be that. But once all this lot here has got a small bit done on them, which of course every time I come back to the project, they're a little closer to being finished, which kind of works really well for me. But in the meantime, I will get on with these two chaps and paint them to completion. I don't know if I'll put standards on them just yet. I've been looking on the internet and there are some really nice designs out there which I might try and copy. So I'll come back to them. But that's where we are. So that's my project. That's all I've got left from my project. Now, I don't know if those of you remember, and if you go back to last year, 2016, the end of 2016 is when I started. My whole table was filled with the figures I was going to paint from the project, and this is what I've got left now. And most of these are well on the way to being finished. So I'm very pleased with the way that's gone. And I'm just a little bit chuffed with myself, to be honest. So those of you who have been following, thanks very much. Love the comments. I love watching your own videos for those who produce videos. I will do a shout out video again. Just the shout out is more about reading people's comments, because there's been some really funny comments and some nice comments. So I will do one again. But what I'm going to do next is I don't want to lose touch with the Kings of War stuff that I'm doing. So I'm going to have a general, just not an in-depth look at the rules, but just a general look at the rules, just to show you what's in the two, the fantasy and historical book. So that's me done. That's me done for another. Oops. Let me just come up here a minute. Oh, hello. No. So that's me done for another week. I'll like I say, once I've I went off piste. So what I will do is I'll get my Kings of War rule books out, and I'll do a look at the rules on both of them. Okay, so hopefully next time we come back to this part, I'll have these two finished. Right, that's me done. All the best. Take care. Bye.